This is Eli Prime.
I got a new one. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Eli, I got some good news on my end anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Right.
YouTube check came in.
Oh, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it finally came in. I was sitting here waiting for 2 weeks for it to come in. They gave me like this little code I had to put in to basically attach to my bank account. So it's pending right now. Hopefully at midnight or tomorrow, the money will finally hit my account. I'm going to go spin it. Strip club, maybe. Or bill. One or the other. I don't know. One of those. So, yeah, other than that, pretty much nothing else has been happening. It's been a slow week. It seemed like ever since Black Panther's been dominating the news, like there's no nerd news going on. It's just like we're just kind of just waiting for some other shit to happen. So I guess we usually have a little anecdote, but there's, like I said, there's nothing really going on. Eli, I guess we can just jump into it.
Let's do it.
Fuck it, let's just jump into it. So skip the banner, we're gonna go right into it. No foreplay this time, baby. It's the comic book bullies. We're coming with the box office numbers for March 9th through 11th. And Eli, take a while. Guess what's number one? Now, don't even worry about it. Don't guess. Number one is no. Well, I spoiled it for you now. Number one is Black Panther. Duh. But here's the thing: people were thinking that this was going to be the week that Black Panther was going to get taken down.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
I'll tell you why. Okay, I mean, well, okay. People would think, well, first off, there has never been a Marvel movie to go past 3 weeks. Yeah, number one, for one thing. Then people were thinking that Wrinkle of Time was going to have this big promotion because basically, let's call it a spade. Black Panther had this grassroots campaign that, you know, this movement that made it bigger than what it was. So people were thinking that same movement would get behind Wrinkle in Time, you know, with a black director, and you got Oprah, and you got mostly black cast, but they were thinking that maybe, you know, black girls would get behind Wrinkle in Time the same way black boys got behind Black Panther. Didn't quite work that way. So yeah, Wrinkle in Time, even though it was projected to be the highest, it ended up being second. So Wrinkle in Time, number 2, the Oprah Winfrey movie. Number 3, we have Strangers.
I didn't go see it.
What, Wrinkle in Time? I
didn't go see it. No.
Here's the thing: Wrinkle in Time is not our demographic. I don't think so. I mean, I think it's made
even
for,
though I mean.
Yeah.
I remember having to read it like in 3rd grade, one of those, assigned books where you had to like read tonight read chapters 3 and 4 and answer the questions. That was one of them books I remember back in like grade school and shit that we were
so
forced to
you
read.
remember reading it? I've never heard of this shit before.
Oh yeah, I get that in the Lion the Witch shit, the Narnia.
The
books.
Narnia. I read. I had to read. Yeah, I had to read Narnia. That book was boring.
I get them mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember not being into them. You know?
Yeah, I was like, the Narnia shit suck. I remember had to read that, but Wrinkle in Time, don't remember reading that. But I guess that was another reason why Disney thought that this was going to be a big hit. Like I said, because Wrinkle in Time was a adaptation. They think a fan base was going to gravitate to it, but not really. I mean, it did okay, but yeah, not much.
Yeah, ain't the book like almost 100 years old now?
Shit, I don't know. I just heard about this shit yesterday, so I don't know. And plus, I was reading on something that I saw on YouTube that they actually had Disney had a made-for-TV movie on the Disney Channel like 10 years ago or some shit, or 15 years ago. I don't know, something like that. So, and they said that flopped too.
Yeah, the book's pretty old. Yeah, and it came out. Lord of the Rings, the Narnia shit, Wrinkle in Time. It all came out around that era.
So it makes me wonder: is it that they? I mean, it makes me wonder, did they stick close to the book? Did it stick close to the source material? Did they just say fuck it and do whatever they wanted to do? Like, what happened? Like, I was thinking like, okay, yeah, Wrinkle in Time is going to take down Black Panther, but honestly, it should have. Looking at Black Panther numbers, it should have taken it down, so it's not the fact that Black Panther is just some unstoppable juggernaut that can't be stopped. It's just that Wrinkle in Time, I think, didn't hit the numbers that Disney was expecting it to do. So I think that's kind of weird. But at the same time, like I said, I didn't see it because it's not my demographic. I mean, I think this is made for little girls to go see. What the fuck I'm going to go and just see Wrinkle in Time?
Yeah, and I don't really remember anything about it. I vaguely remember a few things, but nothing in the trailer is like, sparking any sort of memory that, oh yeah, I remember that shit. No, I don't. I remember a house. I remember they go into a house and then they end up in another world.
I mean, they didn't give you any story. It was just a bunch of shit flying around, CGI, kaiju, Godzilla, King Kong, Oprah, and they just say, okay, here's your movie, go see it. Like, come on, you gotta give me more than that. That's just not gonna get me to go see a movie. So I don't know. Enough about a movie that we didn't see, nor neither one of us are going to see, or probably none of you saw either. Looking at these box office numbers. Number 3 is Stranger Pray at Night. That's some horror movie, isn't it?
Oh, the Stranger sequel or the reboot or whatever. Yeah, that's a horror. Yeah, I hated the first one. I thought the first one sucked, so I ain't gonna go see the new one.
Oh, when did the first one come out?
Like, oh shit, it was during the whole Bush era when all that spike in horror movies, when there was like a shit ton of horror movies coming out for a while, like horror got during like Saw, and you had Hostel, and Rob Zombie was making his movies and shit, and Strangers came out during that time, and I thought it sucked. It was totally one of those movies that can't happen, like where I live, like in the inner city, people running around in masks, knocking on your door at night. That ain't gonna fly where I live.
Right.
Those
okay.
Motherfuckers get their asses whipped.
Right.
So watching that shit, watching these people like, oh, what are we gonna do? Like, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this: was it?
Yeah, most slasher movies can't happen where I live.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this: because I know around that time when Saw and all the movies came out, was it an actual horror movie, or was it just torture porn?
Yeah. No, it wasn't really torture porn. It was like
Hostel. Hostel
was trying to be like Halloween. Yeah.
Okay, because like Hostel wasn't even scary. It wasn't. It was just people just getting chopped up the entire movie, and that was it.
Yeah. No, this it tried to be more intense. Kids they were locked in a cabin, and these people were in masks were creeping around in the woods and sneaking into the house, and you could see them in the background, and it was trying to be scary. Only it didn't scare me.
Okay. Well, it sounds like it sucks, but a good thing it came in. That reminds us why February is February. So, well, it's March now, but still, you get the point. Number 4, like I said, is Red Sparrow. Didn't you say you saw that movie?
I didn't see it.
Oh.
You said it. You explained it to me, and it's kind of sounded cool. But the more I hear about it, I don't really care.
Okay. Never mind. It'll come on Netflix or some shit later on. So anyway, number 5, like I said, Game Night is still hanging in there. Kind of want to see it. I have been hearing it's pretty funny, but I don't know if it's a movie I want to see in the theaters. That's kind of a movie you do kind of just sit back and just watch. But anyway. Number 6, you still have Peter Rabbit hanging in there. Number 7, Death Wish. Number 8, The Hurricane Heist. That's new.
Oh yeah. That was like, yeah, it's like Fast and the Furious during a hurricane.
What?
Where they're like robbing some shit during a hurricane. Yeah. It looks stupid. Looks like totally stupid. Yeah. It looks like something. Yeah, like Fast and the Furious. They're driving cars and they're doing some sort of they're robbing something during a hurricane, and like the cars are flying around, getting sucked up, and they're like driving, like Cars versus the Storm.
Yeah, they're running out of ideas now.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9, we have Annihilation. Number 10, Jumanji still hanging in there. Wow. Let me take a look and see what Jumanji is, because I'm pretty sure Jumanji is about to leave the theaters anytime soon.
That shit's already on digital already.
Yeah, it's on digital. I got a notice for it on Tuesday.
Now.
Yeah, so and it's still in the theater. So it's at 934 million right now. That's insane. So Jumanji, like nobody was expecting Jumanji to do what it's doing, but it's doing it. So just quick movies. Like I said, we got The Gringo, whatever the fuck that is. Shape of Water is still on the top, stop peel board, and it's also on digital. Number 13, Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
1450. Now, what is Thoroughbred? What is that?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I heard movie?
Nah, it's like a teenage dark comedy, kind of like Heathers. Not like Heathers. I don't know.
Oh, really? No, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, that's enough for that. But let's go back and talk to Black Panther. Let's see what Black Panther's numbers are, because Black Panther is hitting some milestone numbers. Let's see where it is right now. Like I said, estimated right now worldwide, it is at 1,780,000,000. So that is impressive. That is Marvel's $5th billion movie. Like I said, domestically, it is right now at 562 million, which actually put it as the second highest domestic comic book movie of all time, which means it just passed The Dark Knight. So that's insane. It is also the first Marvel movie to hit $1 billion without Robert Downey Jr. And so, yeah, that's insane. Oh, Eli, there's another thing I want to put on the list that we could talk about that I forgot to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infinity War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean that is coming out. That is a thing. So, because the thing is, because I mean,
early now.
A week early now, and it's less than 50 days away, maybe 40 days away. It's almost a month away from where we're at. It seems like it is. Because the thing is, like I said, we've been talking about Black Panther like it seems like forever now. Like the movie came out about a month ago. We've been talking about a month before then, and I'm glad everybody's excited about it, and everybody's talking about it, and everybody's getting active, and everybody's woke now. Watching the movie 3-4 times and breaking it down, see what the movie is really talking about. Like that's all cool and stuff like that. But Eli, is it okay that I want to get back to the nerd shit? And that's what Infinity War is. It's nerd shit. We go to see this movie. We're not gonna leave out this movie and be like, man, I think about life differently, man. I didn't think it opened my eyes to certain situations about what's going on with Thanos and the moon. No, I'm just gonna go there and watch a bunch of shit get blown up. Thanos beat the fuck out of people. Thanos throw a moon at people, and that's what I want. Just give me that shit. Let me relax my brain for a second. I know I get on people like, where it's all you get from these comic movies is just this and you don't get anything else from it, then you're missing the point. There's no point to Infinity War. It's just beating the fuck out of people. That's it. Just give me that shit. Let's sit there and just speculate on who's gonna die, who's gonna live, whose contract gonna be there, who's gonna show up, what is Thanos gonna look like, what the storyline is gonna be. Now here's the thing. Kevin Feige has been leaking the fuck out of the storyline. He's just been spoiling the fuck out of the story. Can I spoil some shit for you? Cool.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna spoil some shit for you. So apparently, remember how we were all speculating that the Soul Stone is in Wakanda and Thanos is coming because he's coming to get the Soul Stone and he's having an alien invasion go to Wakanda? That's actually not the case. Mm-hmm. The case is actually...
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Soul Stone is apparently not even on Earth. And they're saying the Soul Stone won't even be revealed in the movie. They're saying the reason Thanos is invading Wakanda is because Cap, or Nomad, whatever the fuck you want to call him, moved Vision to Wakanda. So Thanos is coming to get Vision. Oh. Yeah. So that's what they're doing. They have a whole other last stand right here because basically Black Panther saying, since Wakanda got all these weapons and stuff like that, we have the best chance to stop Thanos versus everybody else. So it's cool. Basically, you can have Thanos just fuck up an entire city and not feel bad about it. Because if you fuck up New York, people, what about New York? Or anything like that. But it's Wakanda. Who gives a fuck? Crush a building, blow some bridges up, whatever. You can just really go nuts with a fictional city, And so that's the thing about that.
Yeah, and we already seen New York get fucked up.
Yeah, but people feel bad about it, And even in Avengers, New York got fucked up, but it didn't get New York didn't get Metropolis. It didn't get Man of Steel. That shit got fucked up. Buildings explode, ashes on everybody's face, shit like that. Now, if they did that shit in Avengers, people would have attacked Avengers like they did Man of Steel. So, but I feel like Wakanda is going to get Man of Steel. And I feel like everybody that just saw Black Panther, they're going to get pissed about that. But, oh, well, that's another conversation for another time. Anyway, Infinity War is coming. It doesn't feel like it's right around the block. That's it. Can we really call this Avengers 3, though?
Yeah, it is. It is weird.
Yeah, it is weird. But can we call this Avengers 3? Like, can you just go from Age of Ultron to Avengers 3? Just skip everything else in between and just watch this? Maybe.
Yeah, well, Civil War kind of brought everybody together. I don't know. Well,
I'm not saying Civil War is filler, but I guess. I don't know. We'll have to see when it comes out. Like I said, it's right around the corner. That being said,
they weren't together. They weren't together in that. They were fighting each other in that one. So.
Yeah, they were fighting each other. I'm trying to see, can you jump from Age of Ultron to Avengers 3, skipping Civil War, and still get what's going on? Because, let's say a lot of shit you don't need. Like Thor Ragnarok, we don't even know that. Yeah, Thor lost his eye. Oh, well, he had an adventure in space. Who cares? But Civil War, is it crucial to the plot? Maybe, maybe not. So if it is, can you really call this Avengers 3? Can you just say that's a trilogy, and just get that. Especially when you got another Avengers movie coming out also. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you can even say like Civil War is the start of the trilogy. Like Civil War, Avengers 3, then Avengers 4, and that's the trilogy. You know, the 3 storylines I'm talking about. I don't know. That being said, can we talk about some DC now?
Sure, why not?
Okay. DC we're going to talk about is they finally post actual official pictures of Shazam. You know, Shazam is coming out in 2019, so there's some pictures of it. Eli, you get a chance to take a look at it?
I didn't see it. Yeah, I saw him.
Okay. Well, now, what'd you think about it?
Looks like Shazam to me.
Okay, it looks like Shazam. You know, I
thought.
Okay. Here's the thing about it. I know some DC fanboys, some Snyder bots, some Snyder fanboys were like, they should have made the suit darker. I'm like, that's what fucked y'all up to begin with. All this dark, gritty shit. Brighten that shit up. It's fucking Shazam. He's a 12-year-old. You know, everything didn't have to be Nolanized. If you Nolanize Shazam, that's when you're really going off the rails. So color scheme and color wise, that looks perfect. Actually, like that.
Should have been red. They should have used red. They should have used burnt sienna or whatever.
Right. Put the Snyder filter on it.
Shade.
You know, some shit like that. Like, no, we don't need that Snyder shit on there, man. Just leave this shit bright and colorful as possible. That's the type of character he is. But can I make a complaint? Eli, can I make a complaint about the suit? And you know what I'm going with.
He has to lose. Yeah, he has to lose those earmuffs, right?
I wasn't gonna say the earmuffs. He can keep the earmuffs. That actually might add personality to the character. Hey, didn't Spider-Man have earmuffs in Homecoming? I think. I don't know.
Like, I was gonna get on a thread. What the fuck is up with Shazam wearing earmuffs? He doesn't do that in the comics. What the fuck?
Well, if you do that, some assholes go, well, in issue 534, actually, you know, some asshole's gonna do that shit and they're gonna find it. So whatever. But I'm gonna be that asshole and I'm gonna complain about this one thing. The suit looks overly padded.
Yeah.
He looks like the Michelin Man. I'm sorry.
Oh, really? That's not his real pecs? Damn it.
I mean,
I thought he was hitting the gym and shit.
I get it. Everybody is padded.
I thought he was supposed to be getting prison swole and shit.
Right. So, yes, but I get it. Every superhero suit is padded. Henry Cavill suit was padded. Lord knows Ben Affleck's suit was padded. But I think they overdid it with this one. I think they just went a little bit too overboard. It just looked too cushiony, you know. I think they should have toned down a little bit. Yeah, I understand that he didn't have the girth that they were looking for to be Shazam, and I don't think he should have to like tone some of that, you know, padding down and, you know, let him be him. He didn't necessarily have to be, you know, John Cena. You know, if you wanted John Cena, you should have got John Cena. You know.
Yeah, no shit.
That's how I feel. So they should have toned down a little bit. But that's my early complaint. Other than that, I really don't have a complaint about it. And probably when I'm watching the movie, it probably won't be a big deal, but I have a feeling, Eli, when that movie comes out, I do feel like the padding is going to be an issue. But every time I see an issue, like Apocalypse, I like the way Apocalypse looks bad. When the movie came out, Apocalypse looked bad. Now, not saying Shazam looks bad, but I do think you're arguing some people that are going to complain about the cushioning and the padding in the suit. Because it does look like, you know, he just stuffed some, and I think I did this when I was a little kid, like he stuffed some pillows under his arm, you know, to flex like he got muscles and shit, but he really don't. That's kind of what he's coming off as. So, I don't know.
When he swings a punch, everything, it's not gonna have that jiggle that we're used to.
Right.
Like, yeah.
At least we know we're not gonna get a shirtless scene from him. If we're always gonna be like heavily CGI, like 300 or some shit, you know. Yeah, but that being said, other than that, matter of fact, let's talk about some Zack Snyder shit for a second. Did we ever talk about the stuff that was going to be in the Snyder Cut? I had some more because you know Justice League comes out next week, you know, on Blu-ray or digital or whatever the fuck ever. So they showed me I saw some clips of stuff that Zack Snyder was going to put in it, and Eli, after hearing it, I was like, you know what? Maybe he's glad we didn't get the Snyder Cut. Because I'm going to tell you what the stuff I heard he was going to do. Okay, so first off, Aquaman was going to be an alcoholic. Like a severe alcoholic. He was going to be drinking every scene.
He was chugging like a beer or something.
Yeah, but
him or whatever.
Right, but they said in his alleged Snyder Cut, it was going to be to a point where it was going to be an issue on the team.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was going to be
the Indian guy drunk. He's gonna be a drunken Indian, huh?
Yeah, he's gonna be angry, drunk all the time. So that was supposed to have been him. Batman was supposed to be suicidal. You saw hints of this actually in the Whedon Cup. They said they toned it down, where basically at that last scene, like his entire plan was to just kill himself. That was it. So the whole plan was to hint that he was suicidal the whole time, and he blamed himself for Superman. Wonder Woman. Now remember the museum scene, right, where she stopped the terrorists from blowing up the museum?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Apparently in Snyder's cut, she was gonna fail, and the museum was gonna blow up, kill everybody in there. And matter of fact,
yeah, that would have been fun, right?
Right, because it's fun. It's DC. Now, here's the thing. At first, I didn't believe it, but if you actually go back and watch some of the earlier trailers when it came out, you see the museum blow up. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So
really?
Yeah, you see the museum, that exact museum blow up. So obviously she didn't save it. So and you can tell that a lot of the stuff she was doing in that museum scene that was Whedon. That was Whedon did that. Let's be honest. Whedon did like 75% of that movie. Like he really did. He's all over that fucking movie. He really is. What other thing? Cyborg's supposed to be even more depressed than what he was. Flash is supposed to have Asperger's, so he's supposed to have like some kind of mental condition.
Oh, okay.
Where when he's supposed to be funny, where you almost feel bad for him, you know. And Superman was supposed to be possessed by Darkseid. Well, you don't know if he's on our side or Darkseid the entire time, so they kind of like back and forth, you know. So basically, like that whole scene where he didn't know where he woke up and didn't know where he was. They were supposed to have been like him the entire movie.
Okay, so he was gonna continue to fuck up Superman's character.
Exactly. So Superman was like the Batman versus Superman. Superman, and we saw the evil Injustice Superman. Basically, Zack Snyder was going to turn Superman into that. And so, but this is the cut that people want. This is why they can't figure out why WV fired Snyder, because this is the direction he was going with the story. I can imagine they saw this shit like, yeah, no, Snyder, that's okay. Like, bring in Whedon. Now, okay, you can say whatever you want to about Whedon, but come on, man, they couldn't really. It would have been an even bigger fuck up if they would release the shit with the shit I'm hearing from there. You know, so glad we didn't go that direction. But who knows? Maybe we'll get some extended cuts next Tuesday. I may or may not buy it that same day. I don't know. We'll see. That being said, Eli, can we talk about some? Oh, one more thing before we get there. One more thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about some TV real quick. And I know you didn't see this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Did you see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 100 episode? I mean, well, the episode 100. You probably didn't. I figured you didn't.
They made it to 100 episodes.
It made it to 100 episodes, exactly, because ABC was actually trying to cancel the show last year, but Big Brother Disney stepped in and said, no, you can't cancel the show. You got to keep the show going. So they made it go for another 5th season, and it made it to 100 episodes. So I think like Fitzsimmons got married or some shit. I didn't see the episode myself, but I'm gonna wait till ABC has it on their network and I can watch it for free then. But here's what they're saying, Eli, and I got some bad news for you. They're writing the season finale of season 5 as the series finale. So, yeah, so this is going to be it, you know, according to what they're saying. So they're pretty much just going to write the show off and it's pretty much it. And Eli,
it's going to cross over into Infinity War?
Probably not. They'll probably kill Coulson and like none of this shit ever happened, you know. That's probably exactly what's going to happen. But yeah, Eli, I kind of feel bad about that because, okay, I get it. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. started off rough. Season 1 was extremely rough. But anybody that kept up with the show, like season 3, season 4, they know that the series made an entire turnaround. Actually got pretty good and actually became the show that it should have been when it first came out, you know. You know, they do all kind of crazy stuff like time travel and go to alternate dimensions and shit like that. It's a comic book show, you know, what a comic book show is supposed to be. But yeah, how they gonna end this? And they already kind of setting up like they're gonna kill Coulson anyway, because he's got some kind of like incurable disease, and I think a few people on the team know about it, and they already went to the future. They're like, if they don't kill him now, then he's gonna blow up the world or some shit. Some weird shit. Anyway, so I have a feeling they're just gonna kill him and just be done with it. He goes to alternate dimension or whatever, you know. So, yeah, I feel bad for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm going to watch the episode, and I may review last week's episode next week, but we'll see how I go from there. That being said, can we talk about some Netflix?
Let's do it, yeah.
All right, so, like I said, we got a chance to Netflix and chill. Not together, separately in our own homes. But we got a chance to check out Jessica Jones season 2, which came out, which didn't get a whole lot of buzz. It seemed like it's kind of like it seemed like Netflix like, here you go, and just said, fuck it, that's it.
I realized, hey, really, Jessica Jones? I just happened to jump on, and there was new episodes. No shit.
Now, here's the thing. I think that's because Netflix is a different. When did Jessica Jones first come out? Like what, 3 years ago? Some shit. So that'll be 2015. Yeah. Okay, so let's say something like that. We're just throwing numbers out there. We don't. It may have been 2013. We don't know what the fuck happened. Let's say 2013. Just to throw a random number out there. So from 2013 to 2018, Netflix is a completely different animal from what it was then to now. Like, it was a big deal when Marvel shows came out then because there wasn't too many shows coming out on Netflix then. Now, Netflix is dumping everything on there. Every time you turn around, there's some new shit on Netflix. They got comedy specials, they got movies, they got TV shows, they got maybe even a movie you might want to see on there every now and then. What movie did they have on there? It's actually like a real movie. I don't know.
I know Martin Scorsese's gangster flick with De Niro and Pacino and Joe Pesci is going to. That's exclusively for Netflix.
Right.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Right. It's not out yet, but it's coming. That's coming. But I'm pretty sure when that comes out, Netflix is going to make a big deal about that, But like Jessica Jones, it just felt like, bam, that's it, I'm scrolling looking for, who had a special. Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans had a comedy special on here. It was actually pretty good. I don't even like Marlon Wayans. I don't even think he's funny. But I thought that was pretty good. So when I was flipping through it and I saw Jessica Jones, and Jessica Jones did happen to drop on International Women's Day, which was March 8th. So I guess that was called promotion, but it really wasn't. And it came out. And Eli, how far did you get into it so far?
I'm on episode 7. So
episode 7
episodes in.
So about halfway. You're about halfway through it. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I finished the entire season. I didn't binge watch it. I didn't just like start there and then 13 hours later just walk away from it. No, I paced myself. Like two episodes here, maybe 5 episodes the next day, maybe whatever episodes the next day. But eventually, I finished the whole thing. Got a chance to watch it. Just what I think about it from Eli. This was my thing. Like I'm gonna just go from season 1 to season 2 about how I feel overall. I liked season 2, but I didn't like it as much as season 1. And matter of fact, with the way it went, I don't think there was no way I was going to like it as good as season 1 because the thing was, Purple Man is not there. And you can feel it that, Purple Man is missing from the series, because he overshadowed everybody in that first season. Yeah. So
he was a cool. Yeah.
I mean, me personally, he's my favorite MCU villain. Like out of everybody, he's my favorite MCU villain they've had on there because he was just psychological, the way he was acting, everything like that. He was just a cool ass villain. But now that he's missing, now it feels like everybody else on the show that I barely paid attention to feel like they got to pull their own weight now. So you got Malcolm, you got Trish, you got all these other characters, and I like them. These are the characters I didn't even like in the first season. But I like now because they actually feel like they're fleshed out and they have their own arc, stuff like that. Jessica Jones is back. Jessica Jones actually has a arc going through this. She's just not the same asshole she was at the beginning of the show. At the end of the show, she's changing. Plus, some more stuff about her. I can't really talk about, just like I said, I can't remember what happened on episode 7. But the thing is that the show is a murder mystery. So you can't really talk about the plot because if you know the mystery, then it kind of kills the story for you, So you kind of got to let the mystery unravel for you. That's what kept my attention time. Like, okay, who done it? Who did this? Jessica Jones find clues. And she don't have like superpowers. She don't have X-ray vision. She don't have superhearing or shit like that. So she actually has to, figure these clues out the old-fashioned way. Get on a Dell laptop, ask questions, investigate. And I found it interesting. Now, I get it that people that see Marvel on it, they want slam bang action. They want her to fight ninjas. They want to run to a crack house like Luke Cage. They want to fight an army like Punisher. She ain't doing that in the show. Like, it's plenty of times you'll watch the show. Yeah.
The Punisher wasn't even fighting an army, so
you expect Punisher to fight an army,
Yeah, we sure did expect that shit, but we didn't get that shit. That's the cool thing. That's what I'm liking about Jessica Jones is she's doing what she does. This is a detective story. That's all it is, and she's just doing that. She's true to the character. Whereas like the Punisher, we didn't get to see him do the shit he's supposed to do in the comics. Daredevil, yeah, that was cool. We saw, Luke Cage for the most part did his shit. Iron Fist did his shit, but he just sucked at it.
Right.
But Jessica Jones is a detective story. She's a private investigator. This is a mystery. And that's all she's doing. And it's fine for what it is. And I like her character. Right. She's just being herself. And that's what's cool about the show is I'm really digging her as a character. She's got no filter. She talks mad shit to everybody.
That's why I like it too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's like pissed off all the time and doesn't care if you know or not. She's she's like how I would probably be if I didn't have a filter.
Right.
So yeah, I identify with her, which is weird. Out of all the Defenders characters,
because she's an asshole, right?
I find her the one I can relate to the most. I don't get too mad now.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's the thing. I think out of all of the Defenders characters, I think they go the deepest in exploring her personality, what makes her tick more than anybody else. I think out of all the Defenders, I think she is the most interesting character. Because you understand why she's an asshole. It makes complete perfect sense why she's an asshole.
Yeah.
And they go even deeper in this season why she's an asshole. Like damn, you think with the shit she been through, like she's actually holding back. Like she could be worse if she wanted to be.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting. I mean, I've only watched like 7 episodes, so to me, I'm loving it right now. But I am noticing, damn, there's 13 of these motherfuckers right now as it stands. Yeah, it's moving along greatly, and I just found some shit out like, whoa, no shit. And I think that's to me, that's a perfect ending for this series. But I know there's like, I got 6 more episodes. Yeah. So they're going to drag it out. So they're like, oh shit, maybe this is going to get dragged out like every other Marvel show does. But as now halfway through, I'm like, wow, this is moving along like brisk. It's got a brisk pace. We're finding out shit when we need to find shit out. Yeah. All these revelations about her life and her trauma that she's survived, and basically that's what it's about. Everyone survived, how we deal with trauma, and yeah, I think it's cool right now at halfway through.
Right. So. Now I do feel like it does have that same feel like these Netflix shows are too long. I think there's another Netflix show that should have been a little bit shorter. Maybe 10 episodes, maybe 9, 13, this kind of drag out. But at the same time, I will tell you this, Eli, through the entire 13 episodes, it kept my attention the entire time. I wasn't zoned out. I did feel like everything they said and everything they did had a purpose. It didn't feel like filler, like an entire filler episode. It did feel like important information that is going to pay off later on. So I enjoyed it from that aspect. It felt episodic, but I understand this is not everybody's cup of tea because they're all going to want slam bam action from beginning to the end, and this is not that.
Yeah, they want the Defenders where they were fighting the Hand and dragons and shit, and you saw her kick ass a lot.
Right.
This is just her doing her job, unraveling mysteries and being a detective. It's a detective story. It's a murder mystery.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If people would just, because I've already seen people trashing this, this season already. I'm like, it's not a bad season if you open your mind to it, if you allow yourself to enjoy stuff that you normally wouldn't enjoy.
Yeah, because we didn't get that. The Punisher, we didn't get the Punisher in that series. We got a pussified Punisher.
Right, and then the Punisher did have a zillion episodes or moments of filler in it that didn't mean anything.
There was like maybe 3 episodes where he actually legitimately kicked ass like he did in the comics. But for the most part, it was slow as fuck, and it wasn't the Punisher, not my Punisher. You know what I'm saying? Because like I saw the Punisher cry and be that human side of him in Daredevil season 2. You know what I'm saying? We saw that. We saw that vulnerable side of Frank Castle, and I was cool with that. I was all on board. But when he had that court scene, when he's like, "I'm the big bag Punisher," and he doesn't apologize, I ain't sorry for shit. Well, there you go. That's who he is. He's an ass kicker now. Now, when he gets his own series, he should be kicking ass. But no, it was more of, oh, I'm so tortured and all that shit, and not enough ass kicking. So if people are gonna bitch about Jessica Jones not having enough action, but like love Punisher, the Punisher series,
right? That's the shit I don't understand there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I've heard people that say that,
Yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Like that's not that you just have a different opinion. You're just wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, the Punisher season sucked, and Jessica Jones is actually cooler. That's and that's sad because I'm a Punisher fan.
Right. And that may be why you're a little bit harder on it than most, Eli, because you're actually like a real Punisher fan. You're not just like a guy that has a Punisher T-shirt, and a poster. Like, you know the character. Say, right.
Oh, yeah, for the last few months, that Punisher series was so great. It's like the best Marvel show ever. Like, no, it's not. It wasn't.
Like both of us were called idiots for calling out the Punisher. Said it sucked.
It's not that good. It's okay at best, but it's not that good. And quit saying it's the best version of the Punisher because it isn't.
Oh, you got to love our fan base. They call us idiots and we should be fired from Outright Geekery the entire time. That being said, okay, can I get into some Easter eggs?
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm
not
gonna spoil. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
That's
episode 7.
You're on episode 7. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Now that's the thing about the Jessica Jones show. If you're watching this to see how it ties into Infinity War, don't bother because it don't. They don't mention Thanos or no shit. Weird thing is they didn't even mention the Defenders. Like
She mentioned the raft. I heard.
She mentioned the raft. The raft was mentioned. Yeah, the raft was mentioned. They have. You remember the handcuffs that they try to put Captain America on in Winter Soldier?
In Winter Soldier.
Remember, like Crossbones try to put
those magnet ones.
The one in the elevator scene.
The elevator.
They show up.
Yeah.
They show up. Okay. The Wizard.
Yeah, I actually Googled him. He was a real character.
Yeah, okay. Let me give you some detail on the Wizard because I actually got upset. Spoilers, not for you, Eli, but for everybody else listening. Spoiler: the Wizard dies, and I got upset when it happened. I got emotional from it because the Wizard is actually like he's Captain America's World War II buddy. He was in the Avengers comic. Here's the thing: the Wizard in the comics is Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver's original father. Like he was their father at first before they did the Magneto retcon bullshit in the 80s, Did
you say Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like he was their original father. They were like, they didn't know who their father was. They were twins. Captain America's World War II war buddy shows up at the Avengers Mansion. Wizard, you're like, hey, Wizard, what's up? Then they trade war stories or like that. He was like, crap, I'm here for another reason. I'm here to come get my kids. Like, who are your kids? Them. They were like, oh, fuck. So they didn't know who their kids were. So his name in the comics was Robert Frank. So for like 2 decades, they were the Franks, like Wanda Frank, Petro Frank. That's what they were. But then for somebody retconned it in the 80s, and they were like, no, Wizard's not your father. Magneto is your father. And like, you don't know where that shit came from. And all of a sudden, Magneto was the father, and that's just what it was for then. Until like 2013, when they had the whole Fox dispute, and then they went, oh no, Magneto's not your father. They're like, okay, when the fuck that happened?
They brought the shit to court.
Right.
According to Captain America number,
right. DNA test and shit, So it was weird shit. So when I saw the Wizard, I'm like, oh shit, it's the Wizard. Even though he was a fat dude, but I'm like, well, I mean, if you got speed superpowers, you necessarily don't have to be, skinny or anything like that. You can be fat. I mean, yeah, suspension disbelief, so whatever. So he's fat, he got killed, whatever. So I was like, no, they killed the Wizard. But it was another Easter egg in there other than the Wizard. Okay. Remember when one lady in the interview process said, you need to help me because there are lizard people wearing human skins. Remember that?
Yeah.
That could have been the Skrulls.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been the Skrulls because she said, you got to get the lizard people. They've already taken over the government. They already have Jay-Z. So it's like, are they saying Jay-Z is a Skrull? Maybe.
Yeah, I suppose, they set it up, phase 5 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. So, I mean, it could be another like Hydra plot where, the Skrulls are placed in every part of the government. Donald Trump just takes off his mask and, one of the in Avengers 5 and he reveals he's a Skrull, or the Red Skull, one or the other. He's probably both. But yeah, so I'm trying to think, were there any other Easter eggs? There probably was some other bullshit in there, but that's the main stuff that jumped out at me. Main thing about Jessica Jones is that, like I said, the first book only ran 20 issues, so season 1 actually pretty much took care of the whole book. So this is pretty much an original, season. They're not adapting for anything. It's just a new season that they're going from. So that may throw some people off because it doesn't have as many comic references that they wanted to. It's no Luke Cage showing up, or thank God Iron Fist not showing up. Some shit like that. But it's forging its own path, and it's interesting. Yeah.
I was actually kind of hoping she'd hook up with Luke Cage, because I'm hoping for the comic thing.
Right, but here's the thing: she killed his wife and shot him in the face with a shotgun. So for some people that could be a relationship killer.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's just the train of thought,
I suppose. I mean, I did think about that. Although she did kill his wife.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Jessica Jones looked good in some jeans, but I mean, that is a deal breaker. You shoot me in the face and kill my wife, So, but hey, who knows? Stranger things have happened in these comic book shows. But that's what we said about Jessica Jones. Overall, like I said, I have a review up on Outright Geeky if you want to check it out. It's non-spoiler. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 right now. Eli, like I said, just 7 episodes in. Where do you give it right now, just from what you've seen?
I'm at 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I'm into it. I'm ready. I mean, I'm not binge watching it either. I'm doing like 2 here, 2 there. Like I started Friday, and was it Sunday now? So. Yeah, I'm on 7 episodes. I'm doing like 2 a day, 2, 3 a day. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I watched the first 5 or 6 episodes again. So I've seen the first 5 or 6 episodes twice already. The second time I watched the second episodes, it was a lot more enjoyable. First up, because you know what to expect. And there was some clues that Jessica Jones picking up that I didn't catch at first. But like, because it's a lot of stuff they were setting up in like the first or second episode that may pay off in a third and fifth, and you may forget about what you may think is just some stuff that don't make a difference then. But when you watch the show again, you're like, they're setting up some stuff. This is going to pay off later on, and you catch it. And then actually the second time watching it, I enjoyed it even more. It was like, okay, I really enjoyed it, like everything they put in there, because they really took their time with this story. There wasn't some shit they just threw together. I really think they took some time with the characters and the plot and the mystery and everything like. So I appreciate it,
Yeah, it's like it's like kind of like I kind of want to like watch Defenders again,
I want to watch Defenders again, but it's a different vibe from Jessica Jones.
I mean, just to see her, because like I said, I really like her character, and I like her lines. She's got some cool like lines and shit.
Yeah, because she's the one that's calling out how dumb this shit is, really.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it. But I guess we can move past that. As far as video game section, there's nothing to talk about video games. Like I said, I already said I got my check coming. So I guess we can move to the bread and butter section.
All right.
Yeah, we can move to the bread and butter. Like I said, this is the bread and butter section. This is what the comic book builders like to call the comic book reviews. So we're going to review the books that came in this week. Not all of them, just the ones that we like, or the ones that we read, or ones we gave a shit about, whatever. Eli, I'll let you start first. I know some books that you read this week, and they give me a chance to kind of.
I only got 2, man. So I got 1. I don't have any Marvel, of course.
Okay, if you got 2, then fuck it. I need to go first then.
Yeah, once you start.
Yeah, that way I can book in this thing. So okay. What book do I want to go for? Let's do Batman White Knight number 6. Let's do that one. Let's do Batman White Knight number 6. Okay.
All right,
so,
cool.
Like I said, last time when we left off with Batman White Knight number 5, Batman destroyed a whole bridge trying to go after the Joker and Harley, and he captured them. Well, actually, it was Harley and Poison Ivy or some shit like that. That's what it was. So he captured them, but he destroyed the bridge, and Gordon just said, nah, fuck this. I'm arresting him. I'm getting it right now. So when the book opens up, he's talking to Nightwing and Batman right now. All right, tell me who the fuck Batman is. Like, we can't tell you that. You can tell me who he is, because if you don't tell me right now that it's obstruction of justice, I'm going to throw your ass both in jail. You're like, well, you got to do that. I'm not going to throw you in. I'm not going to tell you. And then Joker. Now it's not Joker, it's Jack Napier now. So he's normal. He's normal this time around. He's like, Gordon, don't worry about it. Don't worry about finding who Batman is. It doesn't matter who Batman is. Matter of fact, it'd be better if we catch him as Batman. Because if we catch him as Batman and we take off his mask in front of the, entire world, then they will know that we caught Batman. It'll make it better as a defeat. You're like, okay, we can do that. But the thing is, that Batmobile he's got, even with our souped up cars we got, we're no match for the Batmobile. Nightwing like, don't worry about that. I got a way to get him. I'm going to go get a car for you. He was like, okay, and Gordon said, but if you get it, I'm going to be driving it. He's like, okay. So the car Nightwing steals to keep up with the Batmobile is another Batmobile. But this Batmobile is the Tim Burton 89 Batmobile.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks exactly like that. So he's driving around. So they got all the souped up Gotham City police cars chasing after Batman, trying to get him like, fuck that Batman, we're going to get him. But none of them can catch him because, like I said, he's got the Batmobile. But Gordon is behind the wheel of the Tim Burton 89 Batmobile, fire coming out of the exhaust pipe, stuff like that, catching after him, stuff like that. And they said, we got a trap for Batman this time. What we're going to do, we're going to activate an EMP to shut down the Batmobile. Of course, every car in here is not going to be able to keep up with it, but since this is an old school car, we got the 1089 Batman is EMP proof, he'll be able to stand up to it. So what they do while Gordon's trying to catch up with them, they in a car chase, stuff like that, driving, they hit Batman with this strobe light, this bright strobe light with nothing but bad things around there, and it temporarily blinds them for a second. Gordon is wearing a blindfold, so it doesn't affect him as much. Thing is, Batman is blind, so he's swerving off the road shit like that. And Gordon said, we got him. He's as blind as a bat. Yeah, whatever. So he's swerving off the road and stuff like that, and Gordon just smashes and plows right into, he smashes his Batmobile into Batman's Batmobile, and they both run off the road and shit like that. Both of them get out there all bleeding and injured, stuff like that. And then Batman is trying to tell Gordon, he's still the Joker, right? No matter what he looks like, he's still the Joker. And Gordon is telling him, well, maybe he is, but he's not my problem right now. You are. So Batman gets away, even though he's still messed up. While he's down there, Jack Napier is sitting there waiting for him, with no shirt on and just waiting for him. He was like, this, even though I want you to win, Batman, because we've always done this song and dance a long time, it's time that fits the end. It's time for you to go down. And then Batman takes out a batarang and it holds it at Jack Napier's throat. And Jack tells him, do you really want to end it this way? I mean, I have no weapons. It's just me. Do you really want me? You want to take me out this way? And he thinks about it, and so he drops the batarang. He takes off the utility belt. He takes off the cape, and then smacks Jack Napier right in the face. He's like, "Yeah, that's more like it." Then, of course, it's a fight scene, a whole page fight scene, going back and forth, throwing knees, jets, headbutt, stuff like that. Batman takes a good swing. Napier ducks, grabs the batarang, ties the batarang, the utility belt around Batman's neck, and chokes him out, suffocates him, makes him pass out and shit like that. But then Jack Napier looks at him, he's like, oh man, what did I do? I didn't really want to catch him, but he's passed out, standing over, and then police takes him in. But they don't take him into jail. They take him to Arkham Asylum. And so, but they were going to unmask him, but Jack Napier tells everybody, no, don't unmask him. We're going to leave the mask on. We're going to get him help. So nobody's going to know his true identity. So they take him into Arkham Knight, just forget about it. Why they doing that? Turns out Harley Quinn from the last episode has kidnapped Mr. Freeze. Well, she has Mr. Freeze's ice ray, from the Batman and Robin movie. I know you didn't see it, but anyway, he had an ice machine in that game that froze shit. So she froze the entire Gotham Harbor. Harbor is full of ice, and then she writes on one of the buildings, "Bring the Joker to me now." And they were like, "Oh shit." So here comes the Joker. So, but Gordon is like, that's okay, because of this crazy shit going on right now, the president has declared Gotham a state of emergency. So the military is coming right now to help us out. But the thing is, she wants Joker now. So we have to do something to stall while the military gets here. And Jack Napier is hearing this, but at the same time, Jack Napier starts freaking out and shit like that. And then he starts shaking. Then also he starts laughing. Like really, really laughing. And next thing you know, all the Gotham police start turning a gun on him. And when he looks up, he's the Joker. He's turned back to the regular Joker. And he's like, well, let's give her what she wants, and that's how the book ends like that. So yeah.
This isn't the last one, is it?
No, I think it's going to 11, I think 11 or 10, something like that. No, there's plenty more story left. So
okay.
Yeah, so like I said, it's going on. The story to me has cooled down. Like I thought it was going to be more edgier than what it was, but it's still some cool stuff going in there. I'm liking it. I'm kind of seeing where it's going to go from here. it does seem like Joker is just gonna. It seemed like even though it's an Elseworld story, it's pretty much gonna end up being the same way it always is. Joker's gonna be evil, Batman's gonna be back good, and nothing's gonna be learned from this anyway. So overall, I give this issue give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's kind of cooling down, but I'm still into it. So yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Well, I guess I can go with my Batman book I read. I read Batman number 42.
Okay.
And you're gonna love this one.
Okay.
Yeah. So remember last time, Poison Ivy has taken over the world. She is now controlling everybody on Earth except for Batman and Catwoman, who took some serum which blocks her pheromones or whatever the fuck that makes her control everybody. It turns out she's controlling people. She controlled people through vegetation, through the plants, by eating plants. Eating vegetables. So that's how. So if you ate a vegetable, well then she controls you.
Goddamn
so that's basically
vegans.
how she did it.
Goddamn vegans.
So I mean, the book starts out with Catwoman and Batman just sort of traveling around town, doing day-to-day shit, still not knowing what to do. Remember last time Batman was like, well, Catwoman was like, what are we gonna do about this? And Batman's like, I don't know. So that's what they're doing. They're just kind of, going around town. They go grab a burger, but who's following them? Superman.
Oh,
who was controlled.
Okay.
So who's controlled by Poison Ivy?
Not this shit again. Oh.
Yeah, she's under, the whole Justice League is under Poison Ivy's spell. And so, Superman just sort of floating around watching them do whatever they do. Every move they do, everywhere they go, Superman just sort of follows and watches over them. Well, there's a point in the book where they get captured, and they're like hanging. They hang up Batman and Catwoman off this skyscraper, and through Superman, because they talk. Basically, whoever you're talking to Poison Ivy because she's controlling everybody. So you can talk. So she's talking. Batman is talking to Poison Ivy through Superman. And I guess there was some kid who was allergic to vegetables, and Batman's like starts fucking with her. Yeah, you let that kid die, because he's basically what Poison Ivy was thinking she's doing is she's saving the Earth. She's saving everybody from pollution, from environmental disaster. She's preserving the Earth and getting everybody to not be assholes and being under their control. She's got control of everybody. No, there's no more war, no more violence. Everything is peaceful now. So that's what she thinks she's done. But Batman starts fucking with her and saying, well, this, you let this kid die. That kid was allergic to vegetables, and he died. And she's like, shut up. And he pisses her off so much that fucking through Superman, she punches fucking Batman really hard, and he dies.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Superman kills Batman. Well,
cool.
It's Poison Ivy. It's Poison Ivy.
Right,
killing Batman through Superman.
Through Superman, right. I need that scan.
He gets punched so hard that he's fucking dead.
Cool.
His fucking mask, his mask is all broken up. There's like a whole full page of Batman just like hanging there with his face all fucked up, bloody, and half his mask is gone and shit. But of course, Poison Ivy saves him. She brings him back to life. She knows all these magical plant shit. And he wakes up in the hospital. And he's like, yeah, I know what you're doing. If you need speed, you use the Flash. If you need strength, you use Superman. And if you need someone with, neurological science, someone who good with, brain surgery, you get a doctor. And then he goes, and that's exactly what I expected you to do. Puddin'. And then it reveals he's talking to Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay.
So and that's how it ends. So basically he's planning something, and Harley Quinn is Poison Ivy's friend.
Right, but Harley Quinn is a good guy now.
No, he's done something. It's Poison Ivy is controlling Harley Quinn. But he's planning something. He's fitting to do something. He expected
prep
this.
time, and
He expected Poison Ivy to kill him, I guess, because it's bad.
That was all
And then
part of the
save
plan.
him, and then
Right.
and then save him. Yeah, excellent. Yeah. So yeah, but he was just I expect that's exactly what I expected. Puddin, and then he's like sitting in bed, and there's Harley, being his doctor, and so he's probably gonna fuck with Poison Ivy through Harley somehow.
Okay, good. All I need to know, Superman beat Batman's ass. Good. I need to find that scan, post that shit. Right.
Yeah, killed him, man. Full page shot of Batman, of dead Batman.
Good. That's how the fuck it needs to be. So. Rating.
I give it a 4 out of 5. This was a lot of fun.
Okay. Still another Tom King book, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Been hearing a lot of good stuff about Tom King. Still hadn't gotten into it yet, but I'm hearing good stuff about his run. So, what's my next book? Okay, Infinity Countdown #1. Okay. I'm impressed because this is a crossover that nobody gives a shit about. I've heard absolutely nobody talk about this crossover at all, but it's a real crossover, crossing over to the movies because, like I said, there's no more Infinity Gems and Infinity Stones, and they're supposed to match like the movie version of stuff like that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, how the book starts off is that the Xandarians go to the Power Stone. If you know who the Xandarians is, for the uninitiated, that is the Nova Corps. They're protecting the Power Stone, which the Power Stone is actually an entire planet. And they find out the person that's protecting the Power Stone is Drax the Destroyer. Apparently I don't know if you know, from the 90s, there was this dude named Darkhawk. His book didn't sell. It was canceled. They rebooted him, and turns out that he's a part of these space pirates called the Raptors or some shit like that. So anyway, a whole bunch of Darkhawks come and attack the whole fucking planet. Drax the Destroyer sees them, just starts beating the fuck out of them, killing all of them. He don't give a shit because he's Drax the Destroyer, just killing a bunch of them. He's talking to the Nova Corps. He's like, Nova Corps, we need to contact the rest of Nova Corps. We need to contact the Guardians of the Galaxy. We can't because the Darkhawks are jamming our signal. Well, we need to find a way to unjam the signal. We see that spaceship up there where the Darkhawks are. We need to go up there and find them. And so Drax starts killing a bunch of these raptors, snatching their wings off of them, and he's trying to flap his wings like, how do I get up there? What do I need to do? You're like, well, Drax, you dumbass, you can't fly up there because you need us to fly. Oh, cool. So he grabs one by the throat and makes him fly them up there. While he's flying up there, they're like, what the fuck is that? They're flying Drax. So Drax takes the Darkhawk when he finds him up there, and then throws him through the window, and he goes through the window also. And he already tells me how to activate this shit. And they don't tell him, so he gets so mad, he grabs the whole thing and throws it at a guy. But it turns out one of the Xandarians, like light years away or something like that, is still connected with Drax anytime he gets like pissed off. And he was like, cool, okay, you found me. Tell the Guardians of the Galaxy, bring their ass here right now to protect the Power Stone. They're like, cool. Now we go to the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're on another mission fighting this elder of the universe called the Gardener. He's another one of those, all-powerful beings like the Collector and shit like that. So he's a Gardener. And apparently he took a piece of Groot and turned Groot into like not Groot himself. He took a piece of him and turned him into like this evil plant-eating monster that's going to destroy the entire planet. So the Guardians of the Galaxy fight him and stuff like that. And Rocket is super pissed off. Rocket is fighting them one by one. Nobody can do anything with them. And who is it? Star-Lord. Star-Lord's okay. We got a plan to get close to him. So Star-Lord is flying out, jumps out of the Milano? Yeah, the Milano. He jumps out of Milano. In his hand he has Groot, so he throws Groot. Groot goes, I am Groot, and then Groot throws Ant-Man out of his hand. He's like, I am Ant-Man, And then he's like, when he grows big and then punches the guard in the face, and then while they're still fighting him, Groot is like fucking pissed off, like, I am Groot, I am Groot. This is little baby Groot now. So baby Groot jumps in, and the gardener also starts attacking the gardener. And then the Groot starts doing something where he starts like to engulf the gardener in like his limbs or some shit, like the star is covering him all. And the gardener like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then when it's all said and done, the gardener is healed. You're like, oh, cool. Groot, I'm sorry what I did to you. I see what's wrong with you, Groot. Let me fix you real quick. So he puts his hands on baby Groot, and he's like, I am Groot, I am Groot. And then when he's done, baby Groot grows to full grown Groot. But not only does baby Groot grows to full grown Groot, he now talks in complete sentences now. He like, Guardian friends, I am back. I am Groot. I am here to help you. Drax is in trouble. We need to go save him. And the Guardians are like, wait, what the fuck? Like he's talking. So they all go load up in the ship and they go to the Power Stone and they're gone. Now, the other Power Stone, the other stone we're looking for, now we're back in Madripoor. Now, if you're familiar with comics and X-Men, you know what Madripoor is. So apparently there's this girl that gets off this boat and she looks in the window and she sees this X tapped to the window. She's like, oh man, they found one of my safe houses. There's only two people that know about this safe house. It's Captain America and Wolverine. So the girl takes off the poncho and it is Black Widow. Apparently she is not dead from Secret Empire or whatever like that. She's back running around and shit like that. So then Black Widow jumps through the window, got two guns, you know, her wrist guns, shit like that, looking at who's in there. And she just sees a note on the toilet. And the note just says, take care of this for me. So she opens up the top part of the toilet and she sees the Mind Stone. And it was left there by Wolverine for her to get it. Where Wolverine is, who the fuck knows? So Black Widow has the Mind Stone and she's back alive for some reason. And she didn't even know Wolverine was alive. That's why she thought it had to be somebody else other than Wolverine because she knows he's lit. So Black Widow has the Mind Stone. The Guardians have the Power Stone. And I guess they'll talk about the other stones later on. So yeah, overall, I give this book a 3.5 because I thought it was going to be it was some shit I should have read in Guardians, but I ain't got time for all that shit. I don't read the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book. But for what I read, it was cool. It was whatever. I see why nobody gives a fuck about this crossover.
All right, rating?
3.5 out of 5. It was entertaining. You know, I really don't care about Groot can now talk. Whatever.
Yeah. Cool. You want any more? Because I got indie books.
Yeah, go for it.
How many more you got? Maybe do another one.
I got one more.
Okay, all right. I'll do one more.
Okay.
I got Oblivion Song. Robert Kirkman, his brand new series, right? You know, creator of The Walking Dead, Invincible, amongst others, Outcast, Battle Pope, I believe. This is his new book, his new series. Now this is at first, you know, it was a little, you know, I trying to get on board with the world for about the first half of the issue was a little, you know, a little bit just jarring. Not confusing, but just getting used to this world. Basically, there was some event called the Transference or something, or the Transcendence, that basically were another dimension, some sort of alien dimension swallowed up a bunch of people on Earth and brought them over to this alien world, this alien dimension. And there's this group of some sort of government facility that has been going over to that dimension to rescue people and bring them back. And it centers around this main character. I forget the guy's name already, but he's basically trying to get more funding from the government to, you know, to continue this cause of going over and saving these people. And it turns out that he's actually after his brother. His brother is over there, and he keeps searching for his brother. So that's why, you know, they keep saying, "Oh, the only reason why you keep doing this is because your brother's over there," and blah blah blah. He's probably dead, and so that's the main driving point of his character. He goes over at one point to rescue some more people, and when he does, it turns out in that other dimension, the survivors are watching him, and they're like, "Oh, there he is again. That dude, what is he doing when he grabs people?" They think he's like killing them because he grabs them and then he's got this like device that makes them transfer to the other universe and they just disappear. So he thinks that this guy is going around and kidnapping people and killing them. So they're like, "Oh, there he is again. What do you think?" And it turns out that the last page, I think we got to set a trap. And it turns out it's that dude's brother. So his dude's brother's still alive, but he's like leading some sort of resistance in that other dimension. So, and I think that's what the main thing about Robert Kirkman does, why The Walking Dead has worked for so long, is he really gets into characters and their relationships. And once the family drama started taking hold, I was like really into the book. Because at first I was like, okay, some weird, you know, alien dimension and monsters and shit and blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, comic book shit. And then you started getting into the drama and I'm like, oh, whoa, oh, no shit. So I'm all for number 2. I'm on board already, you know, so 4 out of 5.
Cool. Okay, now who is this book? I mean, like, who is the company behind this book?
Oh, Image.
Cool. Okay, Image always cranking out some good stuff. So, cool. All right. My last book I got. Okay, you already know what my last was going to be. It's going to be Avengers. I think 683. You know, part of the No Surrender storyline. And basically, what this book, how it starts. How does this book starts off? Oh yeah. Okay. Like I said last time, the last pyramid to end the game is in the hospital where Jarvis is located. So Beast and Wasp, not Jan Van Dyne Wasp, the Hank Pym's daughter Wasp, they're looking at it like, oh shit, that's not good if they're here, because that means everybody's gonna get here right now. And we already know the intel. If anybody touches the pyramid, they will die. So Beast trying to figure, okay, what do I need to do? But we need to save Jarvis also, because Jarvis is getting sick and he's flatlining right now, so we need to save him. So Watts is like, yeah, Beast, you need to go in there and shrink down and find out what's going on with Jarvis, and I'm gonna give you this thing to inject him with when you get down there. He's like, what do you mean me? I need to go out there and save this thing. Like, no, you don't. So she shrinks him, and she shrinks the gun also, and like throws him in Jarvis' mouth. She like, because the Avengers need you. They don't need me. They already got another grown wasp also. They don't need two wasps. So goodbye, Beast. And then she flies off and tries to touch the pyramid. But for some reason, she can't touch the pyramid. The pyramid pushes her back. She's like, okay, that's fucking weird, but she can't touch it. Anyway, Beast is inside Jarvis' mouth, swimming in his nose, some shit like that. Goes to his brain, but there's the electricity floating around his brain. He has to dodge his brain and shit like that, so he won't get electrocuted. And then he goes into Jarvis's memory center, and you can see clips of like all the Avengers adventures and shit like that. And Beast is looking like, damn, so Jarvis has been with us like forever. He knows everything about the Avengers, good times, bad times, whatever. And then he finally gets to the center of the memory core. He sees the monster that's attacking. It's really a virus, but in Beast's eyes, since he's, minuscule and tiny, it looks like a huge monster. So he tries to fight the monster. He has no chance to fight the monster. The monster grabs Beast and is about to eat him. Before he can eat him, Wasp flies in there, like, little Wasp flies in there and attacks the monster also. She was like, well, Beast, since I can't stop the pyramid anyway, I might as well come in here and save you and save Jarvis. So they kill the monster. When they kill the monster, Jarvis heals automatically. They fly out of Jarvis' ear, they grow, and Jarvis wakes up. And then while they wake up, they see Voyager. And Voyager, like, there's a bunch of other monsters in there attacking the hospital. Also, Voyager takes them all out right there. You're like, well, thank goodness the Voyager's here. And Jarvis wakes up. He's like, that's what I've been trying to tell you. There is no Voyager. Who the fuck is this chick? You're like, wait, what? Like, but they remember her. They were like, oh, but he remembers going through Jarvis's memory banks. He doesn't remember anything about Voyagers. He was like, oh, shit. So somebody's fucking with us. And then she just laughing at him the whole time, but she doesn't say anything. And she grabs the pyramid and disappears. They're like, okay, so she's not the Voyager. Who is she? And that's how the book ends. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, pretty cool story. I give it a 4 out of 5 because I'm glad they're doing this bullshit. Like, they just going to keep pretending like the Voyager is somebody we don't. So now we know that the Voyager is not some huge retcon. She's some bullshit they just pulled out of her ass. And I'm glad they're acknowledging that. So, it's cool. And I like they did the fake out with Little Wasp. Because I have a feeling now Marvel is trying to get their shit back on track, but not really. So they're going to bring all their old guys back and get rid of all the new guys. Because Wasp was a part of that initiative also, bringing some new folks. But since they got 2 Wasps, I guess they don't need one. But they kind of pretend like you want to kill her, but they didn't kill her. So, yeah, cool. 4 out of 5. That's what I give it. So.
Yeah, so they're gearing up for their reboot event again.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about, the Marvel's going to reboot the entire line. They're going to have one Avenger book, because right now they got like 50 million Avenger book right now. They're going to have one Avengers book. It's going to be one team. It's like Cap, Iron Man, Thor, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Hulk, some of the other I don't know. I briefly looked at it, but that's what they're gearing up for. And I don't know what's worse. Is it worse that DC reboots the entire fucking universe every 5 years, or Marvel reboots their comic line every 5 years? Both of them are pretty irritating.
Or 6 months.
Or whenever they do this shit, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was like Marvel, like Legacy. Wasn't Legacy supposed to be another reboot?
Yeah, and they didn't even reboot shit. It was just, I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know what the fuck Legacy was. Like, nothing in Legacy even paid off.
Yeah, Legacy, and then before that, it was like the all new, all different shit from the Secret Wars event.
Well, that's the thing. Secret Wars was supposed to be it was supposed to be the Crisis, but Marvel tried to downplay it. That's why they're saying these Infinity Stones popping up now, because the universe was rebooted with Secret Wars. But they don't like to admit that the universe was Crisis or Flashpointed or whatever you want to call it, you know. Because other than that, it was very few things that were changed other than what they want changed. You know? I don't know.
Yeah. And now now Hulk and Wolverine are back to are alive again. So
right, for no explanation whatsoever, they're just back. So
yeah, well there you go.
I don't know, but yeah, I'll let you do your book. I got nothing left.
I'm done, man.
What? That was it? I thought you had another one.
That's it. No, I got two. I only had two.
Oh shit! Oh, okay. I was ready for another book. Okay, well, I got nothing. So, yeah, that's that's nothing with that. Oh, so yeah, like I said, if you've been with us this long, definitely like, share, and subscribe. Definitely listen to Eli's sister podcast, Geek Sav. I don't know what they got cooking up on the podcast this week, but I'm pretty sure you tune in, you find out. Listen to our other 50 million podcasts we have. I can't name them all because every time I turn around, there's another one that's popping up. So just check them out. They're on Outright Geekery. Anything left you got to say, Eli?
I think we got it.
I think we got everything we need. So until next time, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And follow us next time, same bully channel. Cool. Twitch stream ending now.